Oliver LeBlanc remembered with exciting jazz and poetry event. St. Martin's Secondary celebrates Spanish Week 2026 with Cuban flair. CARICOM calls for de-escalation amid hostilities in Strait of Hormuz. WHO to hold emergency meeting as Ebola death toll climbs to 131. And 3 killed in shooting at San Diego Mosque. Hate crime investigation underway. I am Soana Benjamin and you are watching Emo Nightly News for Tuesday, May 19, 2026. I'll be back with the details of the news.
Tico, that's $800. Cash or card?
When cash is low, Tico is still ready.
Always card, Chalo.
Would you like a copy of the receipt?
No, Chalo. NBD already sent me the alert and I'll see it on Mo Banking later. That is it. From card to farm.
Power your business with the NBD Small Business Credit Card. Your partner, your bank.
In local news this evening, Flow assures customers in the north that they have been working toward resolving recent connectivity issues. Flow customers all the way from Atkinson in the northeast to Portsmouth and a few places on the west coast have been experiencing issues in their service. Ramsey Jacques, the fixed and mobile lead, explains the reason for the service disruption.
Okay, since the issue was observed on June 12th, Flow has been investigating and involved in a lot of remedial works since that point. We started by doing what is called electrical down tilt on the antennas, that is pointing the antennas more towards the ground, more focused to try to avoid the interference. We have had very little luck with that. We did some mechanical down tilts as well. That still did not solve the issue. We started locking the sectors. That means preventing the sites from transmitting on the band. That helps somewhat because that forces the handset to choose a different band, because at Flow, on LTE, we have 3 bands. We have band 5, band 2, and band 13. The primary issue is on band 13, that is on the 700 megahertz band, right? We also proceeded in expanding the B5 band on all the sites that were primarily impacted at the time, that is the sites on the north. The problem with that band is we do not have enough bandwidth, so the speed is not great, but nonetheless, the service has improved. The plan right now is to increase the frequency on band 5 and ensure that band 5 is rolled out throughout the island. What we are doing is to provide a similar service and quality that we had on the band 13 on the band 5, and that would result in fixing the current interference problem.
Flow Country Manager Sharon Gemmetz thanked customers for their patience and assured them that they have already begun working on the issue and that service will be fully restored soon.
I want to sincerely apologize for the quality of service that some of our customers have experienced recently. It is due to the interference issue that we're experiencing from a provider in Guadeloupe. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your patience. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for being there in this time. We will continue to do what is necessary to ensure that the problem is resolved. We're committed to ensuring that you receive the best quality service, the quality of service that we are known to provide. And As such, our plans are in place. As a matter of fact, we have the project manager on the ground right now working with us to ensure that the project is executed as planned and you can have good service, the service that you were accustomed to before the interference started. So again, thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Executive Director of the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, Craig Nesty, explained the role of the NTRC and what has been done to ensure that Dominica is protected from service interference in the future.
Good morning. My name is Craig Nesty. I'm the Executive Director of the NTRC, the National Telecoms Regulatory Commission. And our role is basically to manage spectrum in concert with ECTEL. We issue spectrum to all the mobile providers, and we need to ensure that the spectrum issued is not interfered with. Currently, the spectrum issued to Flow is being interfered with a provider from Guadeloupe who's been turning on his 5G network. From the regulatory sphere, we've been working with ECTEL and ANFR, who's the regulator in Guadeloupe, to ensure that frequencies are not issued that would cause interference to Dominica, and we're also ensuring that we have an MOU between Dominica and Guadeloupe so that this will not happen again.
The St. Martin Secondary School recently wrapped up an exciting and colorful celebration of La Semana de la Lengua Española, Spanish Week 2026, highlighting Spanish language, culture, and the vibrant spirit of Cuba. Throughout the week, students participated in a wide range of engaging activities, including a Spanish spelling bee house competition, a creative Spanish pin competition won by Tamilia Cognet, break time salsa dancing performances by Form 1 students and Miss St. Louis, as well as a Spanish trivia activity focused on Cuba. Students and staff also participated in a red, white, and blue dress-down day under the theme Stand with Cuba, bringing added energy and cultural pride to the celebrations. Top Spanish students were recognized for their outstanding performances. Honorees included Melody Laura, Keisha Morgan, Cassian Carbon, and Cassie Francis. In the Spanish spelling bee, first place went to Deloney House, represented by Cassie Francis and Elani Joseph. Second place went to Borgia House, represented by Cassian Carbon and a junior student. And third place went to Anne House, represented by Malabuli and Aliana Bruni. Special thanks was extended to Itsy Bitsy Artsy for contributing tokens of appreciation. Another doctoral celebration for Dominica as we celebrate Dr. Ernie Francis Baptist from the community of Kings Hill, who has successfully earned a PhD in psychology from Liberty University. Dr. Francis Baptist's dissertation, titled Examining the Differences Between Newly Married Women and Women in Long-Term Marriages, How They Experience Jealousy and Respond to Romantic Jealousy-Evoking Situations, explored relationship dynamics and emotional responses among married women. The research is available through Liberty University Digital Commons. Celebrating the milestone, Dr. Ernie reflected on Isaiah 11:2, which says, "And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon her, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord." She expressed a heartfelt gratitude to her family, relatives, and friends for their unwavering support throughout her academic journey and other endeavors. EmoNews congratulates Dr. Ernie Francis Baptiste and wishes her well in the future. In more news, Leroy Charles, known by various names over the years, including Wadex, Wadikole, and now Prince Wadex, is celebrating his birthday and an incredible milestone of 30 years on radio. For 3 decades, Prince Wadex has remained a powerful voice in Dominican media, culture, and entertainment, dedicating his life to promoting local music, Caribbean culture, and the spirit of the Creole people. Through radio, live events, interviews, and cultural advocacy, He has played a major role in shaping and promoting Dominica's cultural identity, both locally and internationally. Known for his passion, energy, and deep love for Dominican music and culture, Prince Wadex has become a household name and a respected ambassador for the Nature Isle. His contribution to radio broadcasting and cultural development has inspired generations of listeners, artists, musicians, and media professionals. This celebration is not only about a birthday, but also about recognizing a remarkable journey of consistency, dedication, and impact within the media and cultural industries. Happy birthday and congratulations to Ambassador Prince Wadex on 30 years of excellence in radio broadcasting. In agriculture news, Kibe Kiwati Incorporated has completed a major agricultural support initiative in the Kalinago territory and Atkinson, aimed at strengthening poultry farming and improving food security. 17 farmers took part in training workshops covering crop management, pest and disease control, financial management, and record keeping. 12 farmers received startup support, including chicks, poultry feed, construction materials, and fully built poultry coops. The project was funded by the Government of Ireland through the In-Country Micro-Project Scheme. Kibekuati Inc. say the initiative is expected to boost income opportunities and economic resilience in the communities. CEO of Kibekuati Incorporated, Claudia Sanford, thanked the Government of Ireland for its support, saying the project is helping to build a stronger foundation for sustainable poultry farming in the region. And finally, in local news, we turn to culture. Who knew that the late great politician Edward Oliver LeBlanc was also an accomplished poet? Well, the former chief minister and the former premier was an accomplished poet, and his poems will take center stage on Saturday, May 23rd at a poetry and jazz event to be held at the auditorium of the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital. Son of E.O. LeBlanc, Earlsworth LeBlanc, explains the inspiration behind the event and reflects on his father's legacy.
The event will highlight the poetry of E.O. LeBlanc with readings from the recent publication of his poems in the book Fragments of the Dawn and Other Poems. E.O. LeBlanc was born in 1923 and died in 2004. He served as Dominica's chief minister from 1961 to 1967 and its first premier from 1967 to 1974. Most young people only know the name E.O. LeBlanc because of the highway in his name. Some people knew him as a politician, a farmer, but few knew him as a writer and poet. His poetry was written in the late 1940s through the mid-1970s, and they delve into themes such as love, loss, ambition, philosophy, and a deep appreciation for Dominica. Alwyn Bully was a close friend of his, and they shared a similar passion for the arts and the promotion of local Dominican culture. Tickets are $60 at Jay's Bookstore and $75 at the gate. Net proceeds are to go to the Alwyn Bully Foundation. Thank you.
The event promises to be an exciting evening featuring local celebrities and actors. Again, tickets are on sale and the proceeds go towards supporting the Alwyn Bully Foundation. Take your family and friends and go out and enjoy poetry and jazz on Saturday as we pay homage to the great E.O. LeBlanc. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prices. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
On the regional scene, the Caribbean community, CARICOM, has voiced serious concerns over the escalating conflict in the Middle East, especially military activity affecting the Strait of Hormuz. In a statement, CARICOM warned that disruptions to shipping through the vital waterway could impact global energy supplies, trade, and freight costs, with Caribbean nations likely to be among the hardest hit. The regional body called on all parties to respect international law, ensure safe passage through the strait, protect seafarers, and pursue diplomacy and peaceful dialogue to ease tensions. And in more CARICOM news, trade officials from across the Caribbean community met in Georgetown, Guyana from May 14th to the 15th to discuss key regional trade and economic issues ahead of the 62nd meeting of the Council for Trade and Economic Development. Topics on the agenda include the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, trade in goods, the Common External Tariff, and rules of origin. Chairman of the meeting and Dominica's ambassador to CARICOM, Dr. Gerard Jean-Jacques, stressed the importance of developing practical recommendations for regional trade ministers. The discussions are expected to help shape decisions at the CARICOM Ministers of Trade meeting set for June 11th and 12th. In more regional news, Prime Minister Mia Mottley says Barbados' future cannot be built on consumption alone, as she called on producers and businesses to embrace innovation, resilience, and global competitiveness. Speaking on the country's economic development, Mottley urged local producers to focus on 6 key priorities: developing an export mentality, using standards to access new markets, finding new ways to finance growth, building energy resilience, continuously retraining workers, and modernizing industrial processes through greener and digital solutions. The Prime Minister emphasized that Barbados' small size should not be viewed as a limitation, but rather as an advantage that allows the country to remain flexible and innovative. She encouraged Barbadians to be bold and ambitious in their approach to development, stating that Barbados should strive to become known globally for producing some of the best products and services in the world. And finally, in regional news, the Antigua and Barbuda Union of Teachers has recognized and honored educators who have dedicated 25 years of service to the teaching profession. The milestone was celebrated during the union's annual banquet and honor ceremony held at Sandals Grand, Antigua on Saturday. The event highlighted the commitment, dedication, and lasting contributions of veteran educators who have helped shape generations of students across Antigua and Barbuda. The ceremony formed part of ongoing efforts to recognize the important role teachers continue to play in national development and education. And that's all the original news for this evening. We'll be right back with international news. On the international scene, authorities in San Diego are investigating a deadly shooting at the Islamic Center of San Diego that left 3 people dead, including a security guard, praised for helping save lives during the attack. Police say 2 teenage suspects were later found dead in a nearby vehicle from suspected self-inflicted gunshot wounds. One suspect, 17-year-old Kane Clark, had earlier been reported missing along with several weapons. Investigators are treating the case as a possible hate crime after hate messages and a suicide note referencing racial pride were reportedly recovered. And finally, in international news, The World Health Organization, WHO, is convening an emergency committee meeting as the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo continues to worsen. Health officials say the outbreak has claimed an estimated 131 lives from more than 500 suspected cases and has now spread into neighboring Uganda. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus says he is deeply concerned about the scale and speed of the epidemic, which has been declared a global public health emergency. International response efforts are ongoing, with medical supplies and support teams being sent to affected areas, while Germany prepares to treat an American aid worker who reportedly contracted the virus in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. That's all the international news for this evening. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the sports package.
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
First up in sports news, congratulations are in order for Isiel Green, who emerged victorious in Sunday's road race hosted by the Dominica Cycling Association, capturing the Elite Division title after an impressive ride across a demanding course. Green completed the race in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 37 seconds. The course took cyclists from Maboyd's Bar to Collyho and back, before heading twice around the Canefield roundabouts. Kobensky Fields Amy secured second place in the Elite Division with a time of 2 hours and 47 minutes and 31 seconds, while national cyclists Kohaf Baron and Gitterson Marius were unable to finish the race. Following his victory, Green described the race as a challenging contest. In the Masters Division, Ronald Charles delivered another strong performance, finishing first in a time of 2 hours, 35 minutes and 40 seconds. His effort also earned him second place overall in the competition. Charles said he felt comfortable throughout the race despite encountering a flat tire along the route. In football news, national footballer and Dubla Football Club striker Ode Laville has moved into sole possession of the top spot in the Dominica Football Association Premier League Golden Boot race following Week 4 action in the 2026 season. Laville now leads the scoring charts with 6 goals after another standout performance for Dubla FC, helping his team maintain their strong start to the campaign. Roosevelt Coppell of Wool United Football Club remains close behind in the race for the Golden Boots with 5 goals as the competition continues to intensify. It remains to be seen whether Ode Laville can hold on to his lead and capture the 2026 Premier League Golden Boot title. And now on to volleyball. The 2026 Mayfest Beach Volleyball Tournament served up another thrilling day of action as Dominica's top beach volleyball athletes showcased their talents and determination on the sand in Marigot. In the women's division, Adicia Burton and Joanne Pascal captured first place honors, while Zahidu Henry and Alisa Bully secured second place. Lisa James and Kimisha John Baptist rounded off the top 3 with a third place finish. On the men's side, Jan Flora and Mervyn Mingo emerged champions after an impressive performance throughout the tournament. Taj John Jules and Jaden Robinson finished in second place, while Asa Burton and Raheem Basil claimed third place honors. Organizers of the volleyball competition expressed sincere gratitude to the Marigot Community Tourism Committee, organizers of the Mayfest Family Fun Day, for their continued support and commitment to the growth and development of beach volleyball in Dominica. Special thanks were also extended to Afu-Awi Bakery for their valued contribution towards the success of the tournament. Congratulations to all those who won. And finally, in sports news, the sports division on the 15 Boys Basketball Championship continued on Monday with an exciting matchup at the Massac Indoor Facility. The St. Mary's Academy, SMA, delivered a dominant performance to defeat the Portsmouth Secondary School 74-27. Leading the scoring for the SMA were Carter James with 15 points and Lamar Sabroch, who added 14 points in the convincing victory. For Portsmouth Secondary School, Anthony Jones top scored with 11 points, while Judy Farrell contributed 6 points. The championship continues as schools battle for top honors in the under-15 basketball competition. And that's all for sports news this evening. We'll be right back with the weather report. This has been Emo Nightly News for May 19th, 2026. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin. Have a lovely evening, everyone.